I'd like to show you how we can find which supplier gives the best price for a range of products. So to start with, we'd like to put a function down in this range here that reads all of the data over on the left to pick out the best price for each of these products. So we've highlighted that range. On your home tab, come up to auto sum and the small arrow, drop that down and click minimum. So this will search for the lowest price. And there we go, that's put that into every cell for us. And so now the task is to help us identify which supplier has given us the best price. So we're going to use conditional formatting for this. So let's highlight the range of quotes from the suppliers, and then on your home tab click conditional formatting and come down to new rule. Then the selection we want is format only cells that contain. So you click that one, and then down here we want to change this cell value from between to equal to. So let's select a color. So let's click format, and I'm going to have a fill color of yellow and then a font color over here of dark red, and I'm also going to make the price bold. So click OK. So that's what it's going to look like. Now we want to set which cells have got to equal what cell. So if you click the small arrow here, that collapses your dialog box, and we want this first row to look at this particular cell here. Now the problem is conditional formatting references, they absolute reference with these dollar signs. So we actually need to take one of them out and make sure the one that stays is in front of the O, not the 2, because we want this to be able to move down so that each row can check the one at the end. Okay, click your arrow again and then click OK. So there you have it. Any of the products that meet the best price are highlighted in yellow. Now some of them might have two suppliers offering the same low price. For instance, this one here, product 3, we've got supplier 1 and supplier 11 at £112. So we've identified that 112 is the lowest, but we want some sort of identifier to show that there are more than one supplier, or there is more than one supplier offering this low price. So I'm going to do that over here. We're going to use an if function, so equals if, open bracket, and then I'm going to do a count if. So I want to count how many of these cells along here equal this cell at the end. So let's put our count if function in. That's count if, open bracket. The range will be for the price for the supplier 1 through to the price of supplier 13 in this case. That's B2 to N2. That's our range. Then you put a comma, and the criteria is this 258 in O2. Close that bracket. So that will give us a count. So in other words, if there's more than one, we want to identify it. So let's say if this function produces more than one, so is greater than 1, and then we put a comma for our value if true, and then in speech marks I'm just going to put multi just as an identifier. So anytime there's more than one, it will say multi. Then I put a comma, and my value if false, I just want a blank cell, close the bracket and enter. Now we need to copy that down, and there we can see we've got 4 products where there's more than one supplier offering the low price. So there you have it. There's all our identifiers, so we can see if we take product 14, we can see that supplier 2 is the one that's giving the best price for product 14, and if I come over the end here, there is only one supplier, so we can go with that supplier. Thank you for watching. This is David Ludlow from initlearning.net.